guys, welcome back. My name is Sarah. If you're new here, welcome. Today I am doing a luster fire in this fun Vevor mini kiln. I wanted to give that a try. A lot of times when we do luster fires, either mother of pearl or adding the little decals or gold luster, you only have one or two pieces, and to fire in a big kiln just doesn't make sense. So I wanted to give this a go and see how it works. So today I'm going to show you how I added luster and fired in this little baby kiln. So to test the decals, I've got these really cute gold decals. They're supposed to fire like a shiny gold. And I've got this little dish. It's kind of plain, so I feel like adding a little embellishment will help it pop. And then also on this mug. I think that maybe up there with this right there would be kind of pretty. And then for this mug, let's do okay, so I've got some alcohol and I'm going to wipe the area that I'm going to put the transfer. Okay, you can see that it's sliding off. Let's do that one up there. Nice, easy. I'm going to let that dry overnight. got my little studio helper right there. Hi, Daisy. You're not on your blanket. Oh dear, she's tired. Alrighty, my next project is adding mother of pearl to a few mugs that I thought would look nice or that needed something a little extra. And I wanted to test mother of pearl over black. So I'm going to go ahead and do it on that one. And this is Mako mother of pearl. I was able to grab one before they were discontinued. So you're going to need that. And you're going to need a container of essence, which is essentially just a cleaner, how to clean your brush. I believe you can thin it out also. Now this is very, very stinky stuff. So if you notice, I'm outside right now. You can also use it for gold luster, silver, those kind of things. However, you need a separate container. So this is my mother of pearl essence, my cleaner for the mother of pearl. So again, it's stinky. So I'm outside on my back patio. I've got a fan blowing on me. You can also, and you should, wear a mask. Since I'm outside and it's quite, it's a very blustery day, I'll see how it goes. If I can open it. There we go. So the idea, you don't want it too thick. You want to do a nice thin coat. Okay, I'm going to start with this. It will also ruin your brush. So whatever you decide, whatever brush you decide on using, make sure you it's not your favorite brush. So it's a little hard to see on the black, but you want a nice thin coat and you want to do it in circles. Apply it in circles. Okay, set that aside to dry. Now this one. I just want to see what some swirls look like. I'm going to go ahead and do the handle as well. Okay, another one done. Let me show you how I clean out my brush. So I get out as much as I possibly can, every little drip that I can. And then I place my brush in the essence while I put the lid on. Make sure the lid goes on tight. And then I clean my brush out. I have some paper towels here. Do that, and I wipe it off. Clean and wipe. There we go. Put the lid on. And I store this with my mother of pearl. All three of these together. There we go. Okay, I just want to show you the directions for the mother of pearl. Fire, let's try to make it, there we go, fire to cone 020, or that's 1157 Fahrenheit, and I'm using my Vevor baby kiln, so I'm going to do it, it says to 625, but I think it gets a bit hotter than that, so I'm going to do 615 Celsius and see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. If you haven't checked out my first review of this adorable little kiln, I will link it up above and also in the description box. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this to 615 degrees. Okay, 615 Celsius, and those two blinking dots means that it is firing until it gets to that 615. Now there isn't a timer, so you have to keep an eye on it. So I will come back in about 15 minutes and check on it, and then again in another 15 minutes. See you then. All right, so this is 15 minutes later, and it's already up to 580 degrees. So I've got a bisque kiln to unload. I'm gonna go ahead and do that while I wait. Okay, so it seemed to slow down just a little bit when we got close to the target temperature. So once it hits that, I'm just going to shut it off and let it cool. Okay. Shut it off and let it cool for a few hours. And here we have this one. Very pretty. My lighting is really bad. In goes this one. Okay, so for the overglaze transfers, they need to be at 780 Celsius. So raise this up. There we go. Alrighty, so let's check out this next one. There we go. Okay. Ooh. Focus. Very pretty. And this side. Look at that. Very pretty. All right. And last but not least, I did one with gold luster. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. So shiny. Very nice. Okay, I'm gonna get set up and do a recap of everything that I did and what temperatures that I fired to. This one, for the gold luster, I did 600 degrees Celsius for the gold luster. And that came out beautiful. Okay, so a recap. It worked. It worked so well. I am completely thrilled. Let me just go over some of the pieces. I know they're not quite in the order that I did them in, but that's okay. So this is the gold decal. Came out really cute. This was a very fine looking, you know, it's very detailed, so it's hard to catch the light on the camera. And these gold decals that I did, I fired those to 780 degrees. I'm trying to catch the light. It's a little better. There, you can see the gold. Okay, so gold decals, gold luster. Trying to catch the gold. It's very tricky to film shiny things and lusters because it looks so much nicer in person. So this is the one that I did little squiggles on the top to see what that looks like. That came out cute. I can picture just doing like little snowflakes or little raindrops. That would be really fun. And this one I just did on the clouds and the rainbow. So pretty. This one I did all over the whole mug. And this is the black one. I don't love it. I feel like it hides some of the pattern underneath. But if I don't, I may try to sell it. If it doesn't sell, I'll fire off. You can just fire off at a higher temperature and it burns off. But that's really pretty on black, isn't it? It's like the oil slick pattern. So, wow, it works. It took about 15 minutes, maybe 18 minutes for the higher temperature for the decals. And then it was done. I just turned it off, let it cool. I actually cracked it a little bit each time to let it cool a bit faster. So I was able to get a piece in and out within maybe 4 hours. And a lot of that was just cooling time. I probably could have pushed it, but I didn't. I didn't want to risk the pieces cracking or anything like that with thermal shock. It works. It works. It was so fun. This is so great. So I actually bought some raku clay and glazes. I may do that next with this little guy. So stay tuned. It's really fun to play with. So if you're interested in checking it out, I've got that other video that I did where I reviewed all the buttons and I did a few glaze fires in it. And I'll also have the coupon code and the link down in my description. And thank you, Vevor, for sending this to me and letting me play with it. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I highly recommend this, especially for doing these luster fires where you only have 1 or 2 mugs. Super quick, super easy. Really, really nice finish. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.